guys, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jem here with another video for you guys. One little quick announcement. I just made my first ever meditation. It's available on my shop, which I'll have the link down in the description box down below. It's all about finding your own harmonic frequency and activating your harmonic frequency, and it also includes like a mini chakra cleanse through this meditation, and you can get it online on my online store. Link is down in the description box if you guys want to go check that out after this video or before this video, whenever you guys want to go check it out. But without further ado, let's hop right into this video. This one's all about a message from your future self. So if you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how it works. So basically, this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3, this is pile number 4, and this is pile number 5. So take a moment to find out which pile you are the most drawn to. If you guys want to pick with crystals, I will put the crystals on top in a moment. But once you're done picking, you will then go down to the description box down below or to the comment box to find the timestamp linked to your specific card that you chose, so you guys can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. So without further ado, let's put the crystals on these cards starting now. Alright, so we now have some crystals on these cards. This is Sunset Aura Quartz. This is some Rose Quartz. This is also Sunset Aura Quartz, but a different piece. This is Aqua Aura Quartz, and this is Angel Aura Quartz. So take a moment, find out which one you are the most drawn to. Without further ado, let's hop right into this pick a card reading starting now. Alright, so my first pile, the Sunset Aura Quartz right here. Let's find out what your future self is trying to tell you. All right, pile number 1, this is the message I'm getting for you guys. So we start off this pile with the 3 of Pentacles right here. So I feel like this is talking about your interactions with other people, the other people that are in your life, basically. And then we also have the Page of Swords right here. And there's a bunch of other cards in this pile that are talking about relationships and healing relationships and all this kind of relationship stuff, and also a bunch of transition stuff. So Between Worlds, the Death card, there's so much stuff here going on about relationships, and maybe also some self-transformation. And so the way that you look at your current relationships, whether that's with family members or friends, I'm getting there's a lot of like family member energy in here. Also some partnership energy. So I'm getting mostly that this would either be about a immediate partnership that you have, like an actual relationship partnership, or your family members. And I feel like this is talking about maybe the way that you look at the situation when you guys get into certain arguments. There might be certain feelings that come up, and you might look at them like, oh, well, they're bad people, and well, not necessarily bad people, but you might look at them as if they're making the mistake, but it's actually talking about your perspective on the situation. And so you might be thinking that, oh, well, I'm doing my best, I'm doing good, and they're all just trying to, like, you know, come at me and say that it's my fault when it's like their fault. I'm getting like this kind of vibes from here. And I feel like there might be some like harsh words being said between some types of relationships, and a little bit of arguments, some frustrations kind of happening that need to work their way through. And people might be looking at you as somebody who doesn't know that much. They might be looking at you like a little kid, like little kid energy or something, and you're like, no. Not quite the case. You're also very intuitive though, so you do have a very sensitive side, but it's time to mature that sensitive side into more of the King of Cups type of energy. And so I feel like this is talking about forgiveness of other people, changing your perspective and realizing the perspective of the people that are around you, putting yourself in their shoes pretty much. We also have the card of giving your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. And so working on your partnership with either family members, it could be friends as well, but I'm getting more family members or your immediate relationship partnership if you have one. And so I think that you need a perspective change, and to give your relationship a chance and give the other person a chance, because I feel like honestly, like, the arguments that people have are just a reflection of yourself. And we'll go more into that topic on another video, but your immediate relationships, all relationships in your life, will be a reflection of what's going on inside of you. And so it's time to turn the tables, look at it from the other person's perspective, put yourself in their shoes for a little bit, and give the other person a chance and change your perspective a little bit, because we also have the Milky Way perspective card right here. And so it's time to change your perspective and do some heart healing as well with the heart healing card. We also have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And so I'm getting the vibes that if you are in a relationship, and if this is talking about a relationship for you, I actually feel like this person might be your soulmate, but you whenever we encounter our soulmate, we go through a bunch of arguments, we go through a bunch of stuff, and a lot of crap comes up for us to clear, but it's crap that's like within us, and that's why it reflects off of the other person. We always think it's the other person's fault, which it's really both people. Both people are mirroring each other, if that makes sense. So whatever faults you see in them are actually a reflection of the faults in yourself. It doesn't mean you have the exact same faults, but it's a mirror reflection. Because when we look in the mirror, we see the opposite, but it's actually the same. It's still us, but it's us flipped. And so your relationships will be you flipped, but it's still a aspect of yourself, if that makes sense. Because your mirror reflection, although it's the opposite of you, it's the exact picture of you. So it's the exact same. Your partner or your relationships are the exact same as you, but they are mirror flipped images of what you need to fix in yourself. We do also have the card of rose quartz, love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. So new or renewed romantic love. It's time to renew your love by changing your perspective and doing some heart healing, looking at your partner or your other relationships from their point of view and doing some renewing and healing, and then coming back as a renewed relationship. I do feel like if you guys are in a partnership, you are with your soulmates or twin flame, but there needs to be some kind of healing and perspective changes, because right now you might be feeling like cutting them off of your life, or you might feel like they're cutting you off in some type of way, but it's because of you guys need a perspective change. You guys need to see their side of things and do some heart healing on both levels. There is a lot of pink in this pile, so I'm definitely feeling like there's some heart chakra stuff, as well as the fact that there's so much green in this pile. There's so much green and so much pink. This is a lot of heart healing stuff for you guys. We also have the card of between worlds, and so I feel like you guys are about to go through a major transition. You might be sitting at a doorway thinking like, do I stay in this partnership or do I move on? Do I let this person go or do I move forward? Or do I cut these people out of my life? Or do I change my life in some type of way? I feel like you guys are literally on the transition phase, but you guys can choose whether or not you want to change your perspective and do some heart healing and then transform your entire life with your current relationships and make them amazing. Because the funny thing about the mirror reflection of relationships, even if you left these relationships behind and moved to something new, you would have the exact same experience, because all relationships are a mirror reflection of yourself. And so if you don't heal it right now in this area, it's going to keep reflecting back to you no matter who you end up with. And so it's time to work on your current relationships and make them perfect, and everything will be good from there. We also have the card to the sea. And so I feel like you guys, the water is all about emotions. And so I feel like you guys need to go and dive into your emotions and dive into your emotions with your partnerships and bring up all of the feels, guys. Bring up all of the feels. Go into the middle of that sea, go into the middle of the storm and just be like, okay, we got to fix this. We got to work on this, and realize that in fixing it, it's not just them fixing themselves. It's also you fixing yourself. Then we also have Treasure Island. This one also makes me think of mirror images, by the way, guys. So this is definitely talking about the mirror reflections in relationships. We also have Treasure Island. So this is the outcome of fixing your current relationships and partnerships and seeing and fixing yourself and them fixing themselves, because once you fix yourself, it'll actually reflect back on your relationships back to you. And so Treasure Island is the outcome of this. I feel like you guys will realize the soulmate that you currently have, the amazing partnerships and relationships that are currently in your life. You'll renew your love life and realize the amazing literal treasure that you guys already have. All right, so the next card we have is Death. And so you guys are going to go through a huge transformation. You guys are going to go between those worlds and have like a whole new almost outcome. You guys are going to go through a death of the ego, a death of your soul, and a rebirth and renewal, and renew your guys' partnerships, and you're also going to renew yourself. So that's huge. We also have the card of new beginnings. This is exactly like the Death card right here, talking about going into a new transition and blossoming out something new. Of course, you're still going to be yourself, but you're going to go through a rebirth, and you're going to rebirth yourself. We also have Grace right here. Oh wait, let me just read this. Let the magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. And so you guys are going to do a lot of space clearing in yourselves, and it's going to reflect back in your partnerships, and you guys are going to realize the treasure that you currently have in front of you. We also have the Grace card. Grace, blessings come to me, come to me to set me free. That was a tongue twister. Grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. So grace is going to be coming to you to set you free. I think you need to approach this whole situation with a lot of grace and with a lot of love. And in doing that, you're going to renew everything, and you're going to renew yourself on a very deep level. We're going to do a lot of heart healing. I mean, this is pretty much the last card that we have is all about the heart healing. Then we also have perspective and radiance. I feel like you guys are going to be radiating such intense energy and such intense love once you go through this healing and once you go through that death of yourself and that rebirth. You're going to have a total change of perspective, and you're going to radiate this treasure island basically in your relationships. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 1. All right, moving on to pile number 2. Let's find out what your future self is trying to tell you. All right, pile number 2, I'm getting the vibes that you guys are overworking yourselves. We start off with the Knight of Pentacles right here. The Knight of Pentacles has a vision. He sticks to it. He makes it happen. He doesn't let distractions come in. But I feel like you are working too much without taking time for yourself. You're really overloaded at this time. This is the 10 of Swords. You are feeling totally pushed to the max, you're pushed to your limit, but you might just be so focused and thinking like, well, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, I need to get this done. You might have such strong goals and you have a huge passion for it, but how can you make your passion happen if you don't have enough energy to put towards making it happen? I feel like what you guys need to do, the outcome of what you guys need to do is take time for yourself, hang out with friends, take time to celebrate your accomplishments so far, take time to enjoy life along the road of, you know, hard work. You've been putting in so much hard work, but it is time to enjoy yourself in between all of the hard work. Of course, you can still work your heart out, but take time for yourself to rebuild your energy, fill up your cup, and not just with sleep, because sleep, sure, it rebuilds our energy, but does it rebuild our emotions and help us like gain actual energy for inspiration and all that kind of stuff? The inspiration and that joy comes from being around friends, celebrating, having a good time, doing the things that make us feel good. And sure, sleep can make us feel good, but we need the actual events happening in our lives as well, and not just sleep, work, if that makes sense. The next card we have is passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So in allowing your heart to sing with joy, that is about celebrating, doing fun things that can fill your heart with that joy, and then you'll have more energy to put into your goals and into your work, and you're not going to be so drained and so frustrated with life and with your goals. All of a sudden it'll become a fun thing again. Of course, I still feel like you're inspired by it now, but I feel like it's getting too much to the point where you're getting drained, and it's hard to continue on doing that in this way. It's kind of like running a dead battery, and when you have something, a piece of technology, and you shut it down because the battery is about to die, and then you're like, oh, well, if it shuts down for like 3 seconds, I'll be able to turn it back on for like another 30 seconds. I feel like you guys are like that right now, and you're just draining the last bit of battery life that you guys have, and just like, okay, just gonna take a small minute break and just recuperate, and then I'm gonna be back at it full force. And it's like, no guys, you need those good breaks in between to really recuperate your inspiration and your joy. You need to plug yourself into that battery charger for a whole day at least, to recuperate that energy for the rest of the week even. But you do need to make that time, and I feel like it's going to help you in your goals as well. And it'll help you accomplish your goals a lot better and a lot more efficiently, with a lot more inspiration and passion. We also have the card Unrequited Love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And I don't feel like this is talking necessarily about relationships. It could be, but I feel like it's more talking about something that you're working towards that is totally draining you because you're not allowing yourself to enjoy it. You're just putting too much work into it when you should be enjoying it and allowing yourself to recuperate your energy to continue enjoying it. So there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going because of the fact that you're not allowing yourself to celebrate and enjoy what this is, and celebrate on the outside of it as well. I feel like you guys put so much effort into this, you feel like you can't walk away from it, you feel like you need to be there constantly making this thing happen and making this thing work. But what you guys need to do is take time for yourself and rebuild your energy and your inspiration. And then when you come back to what you really want to work on long term, all of a sudden you're going to have enough energy and enough joy to just really enjoy what you're doing, and you're going to come back to it with so much inspiration. But at the moment, there's no passion or inspiration because you've put way too much into it. You've put way too much more like hard effort work into what this thing is, instead of being able to just enjoy yourself, come back to it with inspiration, enjoy yourself, come back to it with inspiration. I feel like that's what you guys need to do at this time, is enjoy your life as well as working hard. But right now you guys are just working hard, so it's not going to work out too well that way. We also have the card Balancing Masculine and Feminine Energies. Allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you confidence. And so right now I feel like you guys are too much masculine energy, too much get this done, get this done. Right now you need to add some more feminine energy in there and celebrate and add that joy, nurture yourself, take care of yourself. Right now you are too one-sided. Right now you need to add more of that balance. It's all about finding balance for you right now. Then we also have the card Not For You. And so maybe you feel like, oh, well, I just need to do this and blah, 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 blah. And maybe you feel like this one thing's maybe not for you, but it actually could be. But right now you're just too lopsided to see that you can have a balance of everything. You're just too lopsided right now. You're too much on that masculine side of like grind, grind, grind. You need to add that feminine side, and then you're gonna have that balance. And then you're gonna realize you can enjoy everything. Next card we have is Yang, and it's so funny. This also talks about the total balancing masculine and feminine energies. I forgot which side of yin and yang is masculine or feminine, but this is again talking about just one side of the spectrum. Right now you guys are a teeter-totter and you're just one side only. You guys need to find this balance, and once you find this balance, you're gonna notice life is so much easier and so much more fun and exciting, and you can enjoy everything after that. But it's all about finding that balance and not just being lopsided. We also have the card of Blessed. The outcome of this is just being so blessed. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel in bliss. You're going to enjoy life once again, and it's going to be amazing, amazing for you guys. We also have the Page of Pentacles right here. And so instead of being the Knight of Pentacles, add some more fun, add some more life back into your grind. The Knight of Pentacles, he's on a mission, and you can be on a mission, but you also need to know how to enjoy life and bring that fun back to it. So add a little bit more of that Page of Pentacles energy and be a little bit more like a kid with this and enjoy your time, and it'll become way much more easy, much more balanced, and much more amazing for you. You just need to return to that initial excitement that you had when you first started this, when you had that good balance, and I feel like that'll be what helps you guys out so much. We also have two cards here of Trust and Organization. So what you guys need to do is you need to have trust that this is going to be what helps you. You need to have trust that your goals are going to be met even though you take time for yourself. Because you're supposed to be able to take time for yourself, but I feel like a lot of us fear like, oh, if I'm taking time for myself, I'm obviously going to be putting my goals to the side. It's not about that at all. It's about a good balance. And so trust, I am safe, I am secure in love, I trust, my faith endures. So trust in love, guys. Trust in loving yourself. Trust in enjoying life, and that you can still accomplish all of your goals and dreams while enjoying life. Also, we have the card of Organization. Purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. You need to organize your whole entire schedule. Organize, 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 and that way you can trust that you're still meeting all of your goals and expectations while also enjoying yourself and having time to recuperate your energy so that you can come back to your goals and complete them with much more efficiency and much more amazingness. Amazingness, guys. Then we also have the card of Discernment right here. This is talking about you now need to discern between what you need to accomplish and what you also need to do for yourself, and you're gonna develop good discernment for that, I feel like, in the future, but you need to start doing it now. You need to start discerning between, okay, what can I do today and what do I also need to do for myself, for your work and for yourself, and discern between the balance between those both. Then we also have the spring equinox of rebirth. You guys need a full rebirth of yourself and to come out of your shell and rebirth your way of doing things, rebirth your organization methods, and how much time you give to yourself and your work. And then rainbow card of blessings. You're going to receive so much. You have the blessed cards and the blessings cards. Like, this is crazy. Two of the cards that say the same stuff on them. That's pretty rare. So this is definitely talking about receiving once you realize how to do all of this, you will then receive and reap the rewards and benefits of your hard work and your time for giving to yourself, because that's what's going to excel you the most in your goals. So that's what I see for you. Pile number 2. All right, pile number 3, what is the message from your future self? The sunset aura quartz right here. Let's find out what the message is from your future self. All right, pile number 3. This is so funny because the last reading that we just did, pile number 3 was all about like psychicness and intuition, all that kind of stuff. And this one is the same deal in this reading. Kind of crazy. So we start off with the High Priestess. I feel like you guys are going through a spiritual awakening. I feel like you guys are also going through a Kundalini awakening, because when I saw the Ace of Pentacles, I just immediately thought of the Kundalini rising. I feel like you guys are just going through an awakening. This can also be spiritual awakenings. The Wands deal a lot with spirituality as well as inspiration. And so I feel like you guys are going through a huge like inspiration, like a new awakening. If you guys are already pretty developed psychically and spiritually, I feel like you guys are going through another awakening, like another ascension process. And so just so you guys know, it's going to be gnarly. Ascension processes are usually gnarly. They bring up a lot of stuff for us to deal with, but they're also pretty exciting, especially during the end. Once we realize all of the stuff that we've let go of, then we start to actually enjoy it. We can enjoy the process during it, though, if you guys know how to do that. Basically, just allow the process to be what it is and make the most out of it while it's happening. So I feel like your future self is also trying to let you know to learn something new, because with the Ace of Wands, this is learning something new spiritually. I feel like your future self is like, okay, you guys are going through a spiritual awakening, time to learn something new. What do you not know yet? And dive into it. What are you really curious about? Find a new thing to be curious about. And I feel like that's what you guys are gonna be doing, and somehow you're gonna be fulfilling some type of part of yourself. And I feel like your future self is telling you that it's going to aid you in the future. And so right now, I'd really listen to your future self on developing your spirituality a little bit more at this time, because right now is the time to be doing that, and you might be doing something with it in the future, or it just might help you out in the future no matter what path you're on or what path you're gonna take. Whether you do spirituality or not as your career or anything like that, it doesn't matter, because somehow you learning more about it is going to help you in your life, even if you don't make spirituality like the most prominent thing in your life, but it is going to help you somehow, and your future self is trying to tell you about that right now and learning something new. Then we also have finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now, and so also if you guys are worried about finances, don't be worried about finances at this time. This is basically what the card says, but the more deeper meaning of this card, I feel like maybe your future self is trying to tell you there's more to know than what you currently know. Since it's kind of like a metaphor of finances being drained. Maybe you guys don't know as much as you think that you could know. Maybe you guys know a lot. Maybe you guys know so much, but your future self is trying to tell you there's more. There's more than what you currently know, and it's time to build up the bank of how much you know. Build those psychic abilities even more, and I feel like it's going to really help you at this time. Could also be talking about literal finances as well. And if you guys are spending a lot and spending too much and kind of living in that luxury, I do think you guys are going to be okay with the cards that we do have here, but it is a time of kind of being a little bit on the down low, just listening to your intuition. And so if your intuition tells you it's not a good time for spending, maybe it's not a good time for spending. We also have the card of true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. I feel like you guys are going to connect with yourselves a lot. I'm getting more of the sense that this has to deal with your spiritual career rather than real love, but it can also be a reflection of that as well, because usually things take multiple different forms on multiple different areas of our lives. So this could actually be literal love, but I'm getting a lot of the vibe for most of us that this will be more of a new profound love in spirituality and learning something new and discovering something new that really envelops you a lot. We also have the card of clearing negativity. Release negativity from within or around you. So it's a time of letting old stuff go. Let the negativity go. Maybe discover new ways of letting negative energies go, or stagnant energies. Sometimes we hold on to certain energies and they can appear negative just because there's something that we've repressed and not dealt with. And so good time to clear those types of things away as well. This is smoky quartz, so if you guys are interested in getting a piece of smoky quartz, I would highly recommend that. We also do have the card of breathe. And so take time to relax. Take time to look at your scenario, develop those psychic abilities by taking time to be alone, taking time to meditate and really connect with your own intuition. I feel like is going to help you so much at this time. We also have the tribe right here. Surround yourself with more people, like-minded people. So surround yourself, make new friends that are also interested in spiritual stuff. And I feel like you have so much to learn in this area. I do see maybe possibly making a really strong new friendship for some of you guys coming into your life. And it's going to be a very, very spiritual friendship. And so I do see that for some of you guys, and you're going to make a really close friend who's also on that spiritual kind of realm of things. We also have the card, All That Glitters. I feel like you guys have so much hidden away, so much treasure hidden away inside of you guys that you guys don't even know about yet. I feel like because the High Priestess, she's covering up the scroll that says Thoth on it, and this is hidden knowledge. I feel like you guys have so many psychic abilities that you have not even uncovered yet, but you're going to. You need to make time to breathe and meditate that we see on this card, and surround yourself with like-minded people. I feel like you're going to learn so much and awaken something completely new. You have all these psychic abilities behind you. It's just waiting to grab them off the shelf and utilize them and realize them, okay? So I feel like you guys are going to be awakening something very new, very shortly, very soon, and it's going to be something amazingly beautiful, by the way. I just want to point that out. Like, look at that card right there. This is talking about some hidden treasure, and that hidden treasure is inside of you. We also have the card of King of Cups. You're going to be mastering your emotions and your psychic abilities and your intuition with that King of Cups. He is the master of the cups. He's the last one of all of the cups. So he's the master of everything that the cups are about. The cups are about emotions, romance, intuition, psychic abilities, all this kind of stuff. He knows it so dang well. So I feel like you guys are going to be on your road to mastery of your psychic kind of stuff. We also have the card Dream Sweet, Sleep Deep. The sleep that's deep, that lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. So this one's talking about listen to your dreams. Maybe some of you guys are going to start astral projecting. Maybe some of you guys will start to have clairvoyance in your dreams and start to see the future in your dreams and dream about the future and stuff like that. All different types of psychic abilities can be awoken at this time, but also we have the card of psychic protection. Around me now, a shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. Remember to protect yourself as you're learning, as you're awakening these new abilities, as you're discovering new abilities within yourself. Remind yourself to always protect yourself. And what you can do, protection doesn't even have to be hard. So if you guys are worried, like, how do I know I'm protecting myself and all this kind of stuff, literally just imagine a bubble and yourself making and surrounding yourself in a bubble of pure white light and protection. You can imagine it as a gold bubble or a white bubble. Both of them work for protecting your energy. And then just say, only good white light things can pass through this bubble. Nothing negative can pass through that. And even just saying that, it makes it real. Whether you guys believe it or not, it is more powerful when you do believe it, but don't worry, even if you have a hard time believing it at first, it's still working. And if you still have trouble with it, you can ask your higher self or your spirit guides to come down and protect you in the same bubble. And they know how to do it so well that you don't even need to worry about it. Even if you don't believe in it, they will protect you. And just because they're masters at it and masters of the spirit world, you will be protected. So just so you guys know, if you're worried about protecting yourself, that's some little advice on protecting yourself. We also have the card here of goodwill. And so I feel like you guys are going to unlock so much stuff, but it's only because of the goodwill that you have behind it. And the way that you guys are going to unlock more of this is to have goodwill and good intention behind your psychic abilities. If you don't have good intention behind them, you are not going to unlock them, and you're not going to unlock them as much as they could be. But with the goodwill behind them and wanting to use it for good purposes, you're going to unlock more and more of your psychic abilities. We also have the cards Mountain of Strength and Dance of Celebration. So I feel like you guys are going to be growing so much at this time. You guys are going to grow in the metaphor of a mountain, which is a very, very strong structure. And I feel like you guys are going to be learning so much, and I feel like your psychic abilities are going to become very strong at this time. We do also have the card of dance and celebration. I feel like this is a time of enjoyment. Enjoy the new gifts that you're receiving, because they're going to be beautiful gifts. And they're not even gifts that you're receiving. They're gifts you already have, but you are uncovering and unlocking the glitter that you have within, all the treasure that you're holding inside. It's a time of unlocking those right now. So that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 3. All right, pile number 4, my Aqua Aura Quartz pile. Let's find out what your future self is trying to tell you, a message from your future self. All right, pile number 4, this is what I'm seeing for you guys. We do start off here with the 5 of Cups. And so right now I feel like something had recently left your life, something has ended, something is making you upset. It could be something that happened a while ago, it could be something that happened recently. I'm feeling this is more of a recent thing, something that you're still a little bit hung up on, something that you're still thinking about that hurts you emotionally, makes you feel like you lost out, makes you feel sad or something like that. So there's a little bit of that going on. We also have another 5 right here. This is the 5 of Wands. So a lot of 5 energy. So there's lots of change happening for you guys right now. 5 is all about major change happening, things changing up randomly, unexpectedly, pushing you towards something that you're just like, what is going on? With the 5 of Wands right here, there could be arguments, conflicts happening, changes of ideas. It could be all sorts of different things. So with that card right there, I really feel like some conflict is happening for you guys, and I'm feeling like it's in the energy of relationships. So with that being said, I do feel like you guys are coming out on top, but I feel like you guys have not even, what you're upset about right now is something that was just a stepping stone in your life. It's not the major thing that you feel like you've lost something major. You feel like you've lost the thing or the one. You guys haven't even encountered the one yet. You guys haven't even encountered the real gifts that you have waiting for you, the things that are really waiting for you that are going to make you feel so good. You don't even know what those are yet. Just trust me. You're still on the road to discovering. We also have the card, stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And so right now, you guys might be upset thinking like, oh, I lost the one, I lost this, I lost something so major. Whether that is with love or not with love, it doesn't matter. Somehow you guys are, feeling the loss and feeling like you lost something very important to you. So in that, stay optimistic about whatever it is, whether that's a person, a romantic partner, or something else going on in your life. Stay optimistic about it, because the one is there, they are out there, and I feel like whatever you guys are feeling upset about right now, this is just temporary. So the next card we have is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So the one is definitely worth waiting for. If you guys feel right now like, I just lost something so great and so amazing and I don't want to wait any longer, I just want that thing back, trust me, what is coming for you is so worth waiting for. Whether this is a relationship or a career thing or a physical thing, whatever it is, whether it's a spiritual thing, doesn't matter. Whatever you lost is nothing compared to what you are about to receive. And so your future self is literally trying to tell you, hey, forget about whatever you just lost. Don't even worry about it. Because what you're about to get is so worth waiting for. Your future self is like, please, just let it go, because you're just gonna laugh once you get what is really in store for you and what is really waiting for you. So just stop worrying, guys. Pile number 4, just stop worrying. It is so worth the wait. The next card we have is Garnet, purification and detoxification. It's time to release physical and energetic toxins from your life. Whatever you just let go of was supposed to leave. It was not good for you anyway. It was toxic for you. It was not a good match. It was just a learning lesson. And so your future self is like, yo, let it go. It was not important anyway. Just detox it from your life. That was a bad juice. We have some food poisoning. Let's get rid of it. The next card we have is new life. You guys are about to start a new life. 5 is all about changes. You're going through a transition. Detox the old stuff. Step into your new life that is waiting for you and enjoy the amazingness behind that. Now you're going to go to a different restaurant, one that actually cooks the food properly. You're not going to get no food poisoning anymore. And you're going to be like, whoa, is this what food's supposed to be like? This is way better. It's going to be one of those 5-star restaurants. So just get ready, you guys. We also have the card of Unfinished Symphony. You guys think that you reached the peak. You guys think that you reached the climax of this symphony and that you saw the climax and now you lost it and now you're on the downhill. You did not. You haven't even reached the climax yet. This is an unfinished symphony. Your story is literally just beginning. So do not worry. Don't worry about any of it. You have not even reached that climax yet, and you're about to, and it's going to be way better than what you currently saw. Right now you're still in the verses, and you know, verses in songs can be catchy, but they're not as good as the chorus most of the time. And for you guys, that is the case. Your chorus is so much better than the verse that you're stuck in right now. And so maybe you lost the verse and you're like, oh, I just lost the best thing ever. Just wait till you get to the chorus. It is so much better. We also have the card of soulmates. And so if you guys did lose an actual partnership and you're feeling like that was my soulmate, blah, 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 you're about to meet like your twin flame, you're about to meet your real soulmate, you're about to meet somebody that actually fulfills you on a really deep level that was actually meant for you and meant to be permanent in your life. This person was just a stepping stone, just a learning lesson, part of the verse. Wait till you get your chorus, it's going to be so much tastier. Then we also have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is all about purification. She loves cutting old ties. It's time to cut those old ties, step into your queenhood, own yourself, own who you are. Work on your communication skills, work on your boundaries, work on what you should let in and what you shouldn't let in, and what you need to cut off from your life. And you need to cut off this old stuff because you're about to get the emperor in your life. You're about to get what you truly want, what's going to truly build your castle to be the best it can be. But right now is a time of purification. Then we also have, so funny, didn't I just say that somewhere? Yeah, purification and detoxification. We also have the card of purification right here. How much more clear can this get? It is a time of purifying. Cut those ties, cut those old things that you're so attached to, because something way better is waiting for you. Trust me on that. So again, purification. And then we also have the card here of best possible decision. Artemis, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but that's a name. Artemis or something like that. Goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Best possible decision. So whatever happened over here that's like upsetting you right now, it was actually the best possible decision. So don't worry about it. It's fine. It's going to be okay. We also have the card of success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. And so whatever this kind of like success was, it didn't come along with honor. It didn't come along with integrity. It wasn't supposed to last. It was built on an unsolid foundation. It was only meant to be a stepping stone and a learning lesson. Because sometimes, you know, in those video games that we play, and we're on those stepping stones that like end up disappearing after we step on them just once, that was what this was. So maybe you felt like you loved the scenery of that area. It was beside a waterfall. You loved being on that stepping stone, but now it's gone. It was never meant to last. Now you're going to your permanent stepping stones with honor and integrity, the ones that last. And it will be even a more beautiful scenery than that little stepping stone one was. So if you liked the scenery of that one, don't worry, because the permanent one is much better. Much, much better. Then we also have two cards over here. This is Gaia of nurturing and Dreamtime creation. And so it's time to nurture yourself. It's time to get you on your best foot. Cut those old ties. Really nurture yourself with that good food, not that food poisoned food, because that's not a good time, is it? So it's time to nurture yourself back to health. And then dream time of creation. Start to dream about what you really want. Start to dream about what would be the most fulfilling, because that is going to be what starts to come to you. So now is a time of cutting those old ties, purifying it, and then creating what you really want. And you will create it, trust me. So dream big, because it's coming. So that is what I see for you, pile number 4. All right, pile number 5, my last pile. Let's find out what your future self is trying to tell you. What is the message from your future self? All right, pile number 5, I feel like you guys have a strong message right here. We start off with the 7 of Wands right here. So something right now, there's something trying to be told to you. I feel like other people might be trying to tell you things right now. Your future self is also letting you know, like, hey, there's something that's trying to be known right now. There's things that are coming at you and you're trying to battle them away, and maybe you're saying no and you're trying to stand up for something, but people are telling you different things. This is also, we have the 7, that's crazy. There's lots of 7s right here. This is some spiritual stuff, so really listen to your intuition at this time. Your intuition is going to be very correct. We do also have the 7 of Swords, and so the 7 of Swords kind of talks about somebody not being honest, somebody kind of cheating you out, somebody being a little bit deceptive right now. And so this can either be you deceiving yourself, it can be somebody else deceiving you, it could be some type of situation that's going on right now that doesn't have your best interest and won't be in your highest good. So kind of listen to what resonates with you. I feel like your intuition will know, especially since there's so many sevens right here. I feel like you guys know it deep down inside what this thing is, and this is just some confirmation from your future self trying to tell you, hey, look at the situation that's going on right now, look at these certain people, look at yourself, whatever is kind of like, I feel like you guys kind of know deep down inside what it is. We also have the Two of Swords right here. So you guys are trying to deny it. You are trying to not accept it. You guys don't want to accept that this is real. You guys want it to be good. You guys want it to be great. You guys want it to be in your best interest because maybe it's something that you really enjoy, something that you really like, something that you really love. But you know the truth deep down inside, and it's time to open up and accept it. And it's also time to set up better boundaries as well. The Two of Swords also talks about boundaries, and so if there is a person, if there's a situation going on that doesn't have your best interest in mind, it's only made its way this far because of the boundaries that you do not have up. So it kind of snuck its way in, you let it be because you hoped it would be something better, you hoped it would be good for you. It's proving to not be good for you, and the reason why it still exists is because the lack of boundaries and your lack of acceptance behind it. So definitely look out for something like that. We also have the card of engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And so I feel like whatever this situation is, whether it's an actual partner, whether it's a different relationship that you have, whether it's a situation or something that you have going on in yourself, you are letting it kind of come up even higher. That's what the Seven of Wands kind of talks about, is something that's kind of coming up and kind of winning the battle at the moment. And so whatever this is winning the battle. You're allowing it to win the battle because of the lack of boundaries right now. And so it's moving up to a higher level at the moment, and it's going to end up enveloping you and kind of drowning you. And you know deep down inside that it's about to do that. So it's time to use the swords that right now you're using to protect your heart and blind yourself from the situation. It's time to use those to cut off a certain situation. So we also have the card of flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. I do feel like you should handle this in a very lighthearted manner. I do feel like you should handle this in a very loving manner, in a very kind manner. You don't need to become like the other person or like the situation in order to cut it away. You don't need to be mean back. You don't need to be full of rage or anything like that. You can do it in a very nice way, in a very kind way, because I feel like that's the type of person that you are. And so you need to get rid of negative mind frames, negative people, negative friendships, negative situations, and let them go. Because this can also be something that you just tell yourself. It could be bad things that you tell yourself and believe about yourself. So it can also be that as well. If you don't know of any person in your life, if you don't know of any situation, it can also be of certain things that you convince yourself of, that you know need to be let go of. We also have the card here of give it to God. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. So if you guys don't know what to do, let this be your answer. If this isn't answer enough, then ask the universe for more signs, ask God for more signs, and ask them for guidance and help. You can ask your spirit guides, you can ask your angels, you can ask your higher self, you can ask God for guidance through this process. We do also have the card of a change in the wind. And so it is time for a change. It is time to go in a different direction and let go of whatever this is. We do also have the card of TikTok. So this is a time-sensitive thing. So I feel like right now your future self is trying to come down at this time and tell you, hey, before this gets to the next level, the next level, it's about to go to the next level, time is running thin. It is time to let this go before it becomes something worse. Then we also have the card of deep knowing. This goes along with the Two of Swords. I do feel like you guys know deep down inside, but you are purposely trying to cover it up and not accept it because you guys don't want to believe it. You guys want to believe the opposite. You want to believe that this is something that's good. You don't want to see the real truth, which is understandable. You guys have such a good heart that you couldn't imagine something else not having a good heart and a good place and good intentions. So it's fine, I get it, but it's also not fine because it's something that's going to continue to be bad for you until you cut it off. And you need to cut it off before it gets excessively too bad for you. Then we also do have the card of Nine of Cups. You guys can ask for guidance. You guys can ask for a wish. I feel like you guys are going to be so fulfilled once you get rid of this. Once you get rid of this, I feel like you guys are going to have justice. You guys are going to all of a sudden feel better. You're going to feel more yourself than you ever have in your entire life. And it's going to be a really beautiful thing for you. We also have the cards here of, we're talking about justice. We have a card here that says justice on it. And so I feel like justice will come to this situation, but you need to bring justice to this situation. So justice says, by the power of 3 by 3, Matt delivered justice to me. It's so funny. I've actually never seen this card pop up, and I've had this deck for a long time. I use it a lot. I've never had this card pop up before. It also does have the Libra symbol back here, which deals with the actual justice card in tarot, which is the justice card in this oracle card right here. And so this is talking about lay down the law, make those boundaries, don't allow the situation to progress even further than it needs to, and have the strength to cut it away, have the strength to actually really look it in the eye and see it for what it is. And this strength card says strength, stability, in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. So bring on your strength. Embrace your strength. Don't keep saying, nah. It's time to really embody the strength that you have instead of denying it, instead of just being a very, you should still be kind through the situation, but don't be so kind where you let people walk all over you. Don't be so kind where you let down boundaries and don't have boundaries. You should still have boundaries. And instead of allowing these people and these things to come at you all strong, it's time to be on top of it and allow your strength to put up these boundaries. We also have these two cards over here called Forest Breath and Tsunami Wake Up Call. So allow this to be your wake up call to let you know that you need to let go of something that's toxic for you. And then Forest of Breath. Breathe through the situation, breathe in your intuition, uncover your heart. It's time to see what's really going on and just breathe through the process. And I feel like you're going to come out on top and get the things that you actually wish for, and you're going to be so fulfilled once you get rid of this in your life, because this is not good for you, whatever's going on over here. It's time to get rid of it and step into a place of peace and wholeness of your own energy and have good boundaries where you feel safe and secure and well and fulfilled. So that is what I'm seeing for you. Pile number 5. All right, so that was all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me and hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and hit that little notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a video. I upload multiple a week, which is super awesome. So if you guys don't want to miss any, definitely hit that little notification bell. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.